Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. African King Mansa Abubakar II discovered Americas in 1312, 180 years before Columbus. The Italian sailor / explorer Christopher Columbus has a renowned reputation as a discoverer of the New World in every simple history lesson. This has been globally recognized for over 500 years to date. Education has been in the possession of Europeans, who many believe have imposed what has enriched them while scorning or changing what has not been done. As the waves of awareness begin to spread, several European expeditions have now seen their acclaimed achievements with doubt. One of those expeditions is the true ownership to the discovery of America. Two large journeys across the Atlantic Ocean preceding the Columbus, referencing the book written by the renowned Egyptian scholar Ibn Fadi al-Umari in 1342. One man, Abu Bakari, or to give him his full title, Mansa, which Mansa is king, Abu Bakari II pioneered both expeditions. The general conception was at the time of the Malian Empire that the end of the world was at the other end of the Atlantic. From the then primitive Europe, this delusion took hold. On the other side, Abu Bakari was far from convinced. The Atlantic Ocean must stop as the population lives along its banks if the Niger begins and stops. He also thought that this could be Mecca's sea route. Abu Bakari sent 200 ships out with the search for information burning in him. Their obligation was to sail across the Atlantic in order to find out what lay beyond. Just one of the ships returned. It was stated, when he saw the other ships vanish into the wild seas, his captain claimed to have turned around. Abu Bakari wasn't convinced by the testimony of the captain. This further intensified his desire to find out what was lying on the other side of the ocean. In Abu Bakari's time, Mali was a center of excellence in the 13th century, while it reached its heights after its age when Timbuktu had the second oldest university at that time with more students than the University of New York. In Timbuktu, courses such as mathematics, geography, history, astronomy, chemistry, and Islamic studies had flourished. Mali was also a trading center and is that place to meet anyone who made the world spin. Abu Bakari designed ships off the coast of Senegambia with the assistance of shipbuilders from Egypt and Mali. In number, his ships were 2,000. He was supposed to use it to explore the end of the ocean. Abu Bakari had been no coward. He requested that the ships be escorted across the ocean. In 1311, Abu Bakari abdicated his throne to Mansa Musa, not his son, especially in comparison to contemporary literature. Abu Bakari equipped the finest men, sorcerers, doctors, sailors, and navigators with 1,000 of his ships. Every ship was attached to a supply ship. The number of ships amounted to 2,000. In order to last his team for 2 years, the other 1,000 ships were filled with food, medicines, fruit, and drinks. Abu Bakari was thought to have arrived in the year 1312 at the other end of the Atlantic. As the Malians renamed places after themselves, evidence of the Malian expedition can be noted in the names given to places in Haiti. Mandinga Port, Mandinga Bay, and Sierra de Mali are examples of this. A lot of other facts abounds and even more continue to unfold. There is also a folktale from Mali that gives reference to this great exploration. How could this in Abu Bakari's time be possible? The Atlantic is controlled from a scientific point of view by two currents, which typically remain the same regardless of month or season. There are the Canary Current and the Guinea Current. They both have currents that are strong enough to drag a ship from the West African coast to the Americas. You see the signs of negroid presence in the Americas at the end of these currents. Therefore, Columbus would be accused of using similar knowledge of the currents of the Atlantic to sail across to the Americas. This could only have been possible with the assistance of someone who was familiar with the road. Therefore, it is more credible to speculate that Columbus was accompanied by an African, Pedro Alonso Nino, who helped him navigate the Atlantic. The fact that Columbus reported seeing blacks in America must be made clear. He also documented seeing a mosque-like building. The Malians were Muslims, and there is also a chance that the Malians may have erected the mosque. Columbus also reported seeing a ship loaded with goods just leaving the Guinean coast and headed toward America. In addition to the above, the words of Mansa Musa, the successor to the throne, are another evidence of this voyage. Upon his arrival in Egypt, it was clear that the Egyptians were awaiting the Hajj to see Abubakar. Mansa Musa was quoted while arriving in Egypt as describing how the throne of Mali ascended. Again, citing the manner in which King Abubakar gave up his throne to contribute to worldwide understanding, a trait lacking in the African rulers of today. Thus, the presence of the Malians on American soil may be the cause. To name a few, for the presence of African crops such as banana plants and mango, for all black educators, this incredible history of Abubakar's adventures should be a great area of interest, particularly in rewriting world history that has concentrated on enforcing Eurocentric perspectives. Anything short of this will rob not only the black youth of true heritage, but the entire world. Prior to drawing the curtains, we must add that this article is not intended to scorn Columbus. To date, Columbus ranks among the greatest explorers of all time. Christopher Columbus was fine, but King Abubakar II was responsible for the discovery of Americas. So basically, that was a little bit of history, basically for the young ones and for everybody. Look, American history is nothing but European lies that is implanted in us as kids to keep us brainwashed and keep us controlled. They want us to be basically controlled. They want us to basically be stupid and easily manipulated. And that's the problem with our children today, is our children don't know about this stuff. They should, because now we have the internet, you can actually look it up. And like I said, I press kids. I know I sound like a broken record, but I press kids to go to HBCUs as well as go to libraries, go to other places where you can find information on your history. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to find answers. And hey, we all don't know it. We all don't know everything. I still have to figure out my history. I'm still trying to figure out my history, who my original people were, those who were enslaved. I was given the slave name Harry Dawkins II. I was given that slave name Dawkins. So that's not my name. That's a European name given to me. So I have to do my history and do my digging. But this is something for everybody who's listening. Please do your histories. Please do your research. Stop buying into all this European crap and all this fake stuff that they're implanting in your head. You know, if they've lied about this stuff and lied about our history and lied about who we are as people, what else do they lie about? Sports, basically saying these people are great when they're not, when they're catered to or they're carried. But we're not going to get into that because I don't want to take away from what this article meant. When I was a kid, I always thought about this when I was listening to this history. As a kid, I always wanted to know if we're free, why were we only given a month to celebrate being black when we should celebrate every day being black? And that's what I do. And it just, to me, shows me the slap in our face that we only get a month to celebrate being black and our forefathers and those who died, you know, fighting for the cause, fighting to give us rights that we're still fighting for today. And it's sad. America is nothing but a plantation, and we are the slaves. And we're going to continue being that way. Now, albeit we're not in the cotton fields no more, they just moved it to a 9 to 5. And they also moved it to a prison system where they could keep us in there and make labor off of us and put us to work while we do time. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you would like to donate to the page, you can cash at me at the word welcome, the number 2, HDIITV. And thank you all for listening, and thank you all for your support. We are out. La boy.